I'm very happy with what World was. Okay, here's okay. Let's go back to Paint. Actually, we should go back to Paint, and we can discuss my opinion on Monster Hunter. This is my opinion on Monster Hunter. So there's old Monster Hunter, which I consider to be for you. That's the oldest I've played. Older people like Jacob. He's a friend of mine that makes content. He has a broader understanding of what old Monster Hunter is because he's been playing it for 20 years, however long the first Monster Hunter game came out. And so to him, 4 is still like modern Monster Hunter. You know, he doesn't see it as old, I guess. But that doesn't matter. We're using my perspective. So we have here 4, and then we have here 5, and here we have 6. Okay, and over here we have... And this scale isn't time. This scale is slow and fast. So, in my opinion, the old games had slow, deliberate gameplay. They made you pick up honey manually by hand in the environment, in the overworld, during the early game to get health potions. The monster fights were difficult. The commitment to each individual attack was higher. Your character moved more slowly. The attacks that he can weave into are less fancy. There's not a bunch of counters back here. Everything back here is slow and deliberate. You have to mine at mineral points, and the mining takes a long time. And you have to go plink, plink, and the mine picks break, and the bug nets break. And it is brutal. So slow and deliberate. I found some appeal to this when I went back and played 4. This was kind of fun. I had a spiritual awakening picking up honey early in the early game. Why? Because I was getting fucked up by a Gypceros. I just couldn't kill this fucking Gypceros. And so I needed more potions. And how am I going to get more potions? I got to go get the honey. There's no honey farm early game. So I have to go and manually grab it with my bare hands. This was fun. But I would not want to go back to this, even though I had fun when I tried it. I am a world baby, and in my ideal world, Monster Hunter should have been right here. So let's say Rise is over here. Monster Hunter Rise. This is Rise in speed. Rise made everything fast. In comparison to how the longsword worked, just look at how the EI Spirit Slash. Everything's fast, everything's brutal, everything happens right away. No slow, deliberate combat. Monster Hunter 6 is over here, close to Monster Hunter Rise. Well, I mean, you know what? No, it's not like here. It's more like here. It's actually here. But still, it's in this direction. I don't think we should have gone in this direction. I think we should have taken one teeny tiny step back. Tracking should have been reworked. A good long thought should have been put on tracking on how it works. And then it could have made use of these gigantic maps that they're giving us. Instead, we decided, well, no, the tracking's not important. We don't want to interrupt the pace of the gameplay. The important part of Monster Hunter is the hunting. That's what they chose to go for. And so they went with the Monster Hunter Rise thing, where you can always see it, and also the secret automatically knows where it is, and you can go straight to it. So we didn't go back and break up gameplay and have slow and deliberate things. We went to the Monster Fighter direction. And that's fine. I'm going to enjoy Monster Fighter. It's going to be super fun either way. But I think my ideal Monster Hunter game is over here, where there's big breaks in the gameplay, and the game has slow and annoying things that help you get immersed in the rest of the world. It's not just a pretty backdrop with a bunch of ecology monsters that is immersing me. It's the actual gameplay mechanics that are immersing me. Because even though I like 5 more than 4, I think 4 was way more immersive. There was a cool interplay between how the mechanics worked and the story the game was trying to tell. This weird ecological story of monsters being real. You know, they're animals. It's like how humans used to look at forests back before we became super modern and super strong. Forests are scary. They're genuinely scary. There are monsters in there. There's a devil in there. Like it's literally the devil is in there if you believe in the devil. You know, there are witches in there. There's scary shit in the forest, and they're literal monsters, or at least you perceive it that way back in olden times. Uh, and so that's the story I think that Monster Hunter's trying to tell. They're monsters. They're animals, of course, but they're also monsters. They're dangerous to you, and you live in conflict with them because you're both organic beings trying to do best for yourselves. And that story is well told when the game is clunky and weird. Not too clunky and weird over here. Just here. Just right here is where optimal Monster Hunter is for me. We've chosen to go in this direction, and fine, I'll have a lot of fun in this direction. The fights are certainly going to be good, but I will hold out. One day, a true sequel to Monster Hunter World will come out, and it'll be this. All right, so that's my explanation of what I want.